We're back with Lynne, who's telling us how it's like living with Meniere's disease, and is also going to tell us about some of her fears about having Meniere's disease.
I have to tell you, my biggest fear, and I'm getting a little more used to it at this point, but my biggest fear is going out into public and having an attack at a very inopportune time, whether it be where I am located, or it could be during an event, could be during work. I felt tortured for a while with being afraid that I was never going to be able to work again because this was going to happen. And unfortunately, one of my biggest fears came true. Real quick story for you. I do temp work sometimes in dental offices. So I'll go into these professional offices and work for them, sometimes just for a couple of days, sometimes for a couple of weeks. Well, I was in an office, this was my second day there, and I didn't know these people. And at the end of the day, all of a sudden, it just hit me. Now, remember, in the beginning, when you're having these attacks, you don't really believe that one is coming on. You don't really know your telltale signs. So it can be confusing to know when you got to do something about it. So this office, I went into a back room and I laid on the floor. This was bad. I was on the floor for approximately 3.5 hours. The office manager brought a bag and a can over for me to vomit into. She kept changing these vomit bags for me. It was my fear come true that it would happen when I don't know these people. They were fantastic. They were helping me all through it. I called a family member. 3 family members showed up to try to get me out of there. Unfortunately, the attack had been going on for so long at this point when they picked me up. I couldn't stop vomiting. And I ended up, it was my birthday actually, I ended up in the hospital that night. There's not much they can do except to give you medications through the IV, but it's something you have to live with.